everybody, welcome back to a new video on our perfect piece of Portugal. So I've just been checking the forecast for this week, and it's a little bit mixed really, so that's going to influence what I get up to, and I think I'm just going to make a decision kind of each day as to what the weather's doing, as to whether I'm working out on the farm or whether I'm cosy indoors at cottage number 6. So yeah, today it's not actually forecast rain, but it's looking a little bit grey up there. So I'm going to start off here at the farm. I want to do a little bit of pottering outdoors, and I want to definitely crack on with the cladding indoors. So that's the plan for today, possibly even tomorrow. It is forecast sun, so we'll see how that goes. But like I said, my plans might change depending on the weather. So I'm going to make a start indoors now. Now, unfortunately, I think I left you last week. I'm very pleased with myself because I'd fixed the lock on the door, and then I was probably a bit heavy-handed and hadn't really let the cement dry enough, and then I slapped a load of the I nearly called it ricotta. I'm thinking of what I had for tea last night. Ribocco on top of that, and yeah, it kind of fell out. So that's a definite first job, is to get that fixed. I don't think I went into the wall far enough to embed that kind of bracket thing. So I'm going to drill into the wall first, get that cemented in, and hopefully it'll stay in the wall this time. So I'm going to work up to that point today with the cladding, and then leave it for a good few days before I even attempt to ribocco over that. So yeah, let me just show you what I'm talking about if you haven't watched last week's video. So this wall that had been previously tiled needed a lot of kind of remedial work doing to it. When I knocked the tiles off, it was ridiculously thick with adhesive and concrete on this side of the wall, and then kind of went out to nothing there. So I did a good skim on that, and that's all fine now. And then obviously at the bottom here is going to be the wood cladding, so I didn't bother going too far down, but you can see like the difference in the thickness of what was on the wall compared to there, where there's barely anything. So it took a long time building those layers up to get the wall back straight again. But this is what I'm talking about with the bracket. So the whole thing just came away. I was probably a little bit too forceful shutting the door before it had completely dried. So I'm going to drill deeper. As you can see, I didn't go very deep with that bracket. So I'm going to go a lot deeper today with that and get it cemented all round, and then I can finally put a bit of a finish on it at a later point. Right, so I'm in a little bit. I'm embedded in the wall and I'm cementing around, so I'm going to leave that now to go off a bit before I start piling any more on, just to make sure that it's not overloaded and falls out again. Meantime, I'm going to make a start here, putting my batons on, and over here. By the sounds of it out there, the people are back again this week again, sorting out the trees on the train line. They've been at it quite a few weeks. I think this is the 3rd week they've been at it, but there's a lot of trees there, so. And I've got a feeling that they're just dumping the wood where they're cutting the trees. I haven't seen evidence of anybody coming back to collect it or remove it. So if it's going to sit there and rot, I think I might have to take a little trip with the wheelbarrow later. there we go. The next wall's ready with the batons. They went really well, really smoothly for me with plugs and screws. But yeah, awesome. Get the foil on now. Oh, well, it's absolute chaos in here. The sun's come out. I've let the girls out, and like any normal chickens would go and forage and scratch, but no. If this door is open, the girls are in. There's nothing I can do about it unless I buy a baby gate. Look, what the Rosie, what on earth are you doing? She's doing chicken gymnastics. Hey. Look, girls, the sun is out. Go and do chicken stuff. Just wherever I am, they just have to be. Honestly, I mean, it's lovely, don't get me wrong, I think it's really cute. But when they're coming in your house, that's not so cute, not when you're busy as well. This is one thing that I really struggle with, using these staplers with my hands. Really struggle. I just don't have the like the strength to do it. Well, I do, but it takes a lot. Right, so I've got these walls now are ready for cladding. What I'm going to do on this wall, I'm going to do screwing the long batten across the bottom, and I'm only going to use a shorter one at the top for now because I don't want to interfere with what's going on the door handle. So I'm going to use this shorter one, so at least I can get up to there, and then give that another day or two to settle down. So I'm going to get this done next, and then I think I'll get on with the cladding here. I've still got another small portion of wall over the other side near the fireplace, but yeah, I think that's the next step in the process. But yeah, we're doing all right today. Progress. It's always good. Right, I've just been and got some even longer screws for this wall because of the bowing. It's so uneven. So these are like 70mm where the wood's not touching the wall, just to tie it in a little bit better. Hopefully that will work. What do you say, girls? Yeah, it's going to work. Do anybody else's chickens eat sawdust? Like crackers they are. Absolutely crackers. That's two. on. It's wood. You're going to be poorly. Move. Yeah, it's not for chickens. 3. Getting a bit of a dab hand now at this plugs and screw business. Right, let's get these longer ones in. And lined up. Wait, shoe. Don't trust that pecky beat near my hands. Oh yeah, it was. Daisy, come on, move. Bloody nuisance. Yes. Solid as a rock. Solid it is. Girls, you're not to eat it. Now. No, it's not for chickens. You've had your cornies. You've had your chicken food. You do not need to eat sawdust. I think you must be the best fed chickens in Portugal. Go on. I'm pleased with how this is taken as well. It feels much more solid. Much more solid. Sorry, you probably can't see, but I'm talking about the door bracket thing. There's not a wiggle on it, which is great news. So. Another bit done. Just needs the top on. So we carry on. Let's go with this part now. I love this job. It's like you don't really need like major skills, and it's like immediate transformation, which is perfect. Right, for the moment I'm pretty much done here. I'm out of all the materials I need to continue, so I'm going to head into Castella Branco. It's not really what I would like to be doing on a day like this, but needs must. I can't go any further. So everything's prepared behind, just need more cladding. Everything's prepared on the other side, just need edging, and I need to get my jigsaw from the cottage. So yeah, I'll go and do a bit of shopping. That's a good do. I've got everything I need now, materials wise, to complete the projects. So that means I can keep going. Oh, that looks strange. Have this shut. Oh, brick and Marseille gone. Shock horror. Thought it was looking a bit empty last time I was in. Let me go and check. Oh no, it's still here. Those doors look shut though. Oh, that's good too. That's lovely, working to a nice toad or frog chorus. Right, well, I'm back and I've got everything. So, yeah, it's about 6:30, 7. It's obviously dark. Well, it's not dark yet, but all the solar lights are coming on because it's getting there. It's getting there. So I'm kicking myself now that I didn't bring my sawhorses. Yeah, because I've got a couple of tricky cuts, but I think I'm just going to have to wing it on my chairs. And then I've got, while the generator's on, I've got all these pieces to cut, and then I can get in there and shut the door and keep warm and just crack on. So that's the plan. How that's going to work on chairs, I have no idea. We'll see. Let's get the generator going. Fingers crossed we work. It's been absolutely fine recently, but you know. Yay, no problem. I think I'll put these roof lights on. There we go. I'm actually on such a roll tonight that I just want to keep on going. Yeah, so I've put like the extra bit of baton as far as I can go. Oh, which way? That way, that way, that way, yeah. I can't go any closer to that door handle, so that's where that's going to have to finish, I'm afraid, on that side. I've used my last bit of foil that I've got in the house. I'm not going out into the end room now at this time of night. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going. And hopefully I won't have as much to do tomorrow. To say I'm exhausted is an understatement. I'm done. But progress is so good. Yeah, a little bit left up to the door, shelf on, and then obviously the kitchen's there, don't need to do that. And then this little bit behind me. So I think tomorrow it could be done, but I'm absolutely shattered. And yeah, I'm waiting for a call off, a video call from Mark, so. Bon night. See you tomorrow. Amanya. Good morning from an absolutely glorious morning. Good morning from a glorious morning. Does that make sense? I don't know. Who cares? But it is. It's beautiful. Even braving the vest today, it's that nice already. So going to ease myself gently into the work, but I'm hoping for a really good productive day today again. I've got loads of wood to stay in here before it can go in there. So I'm going to stay in the wood. I'm going to cut some more of the panels and hopefully, yeah, we can get this project ticked off. Right, last little bit, and then I'm going to have a break and do some potting. I lost all the bulbs. Well, I didn't lose them, I just mislaid them. A lot of the bulbs that we got from Madeira, I couldn't find them. They weren't with my seeds and stuff. I wondered where on earth they'd gone, but I found them. And yeah, they're very desperate to get in the ground. They're already sprouting, so I'm going to get them very quickly into some pots. So last bit, and then it's just the shelf later and stain it all. Well, treat it all. So these are the bulbs that I've got left from Madeira, and as you can see, they're sprouting out the bag. The sun's very bright, so I need to get these in the ground. I don't even know which is which, but that's what's in the bag. Amaryllis. Well, you can read them for yourselves. There's some tricky words there. Yeah, so I'm just going to put some of these in some pots. I've got a whole variety of pots, and then I'm going to look in my seed box and see if there's anything else that I fancy planting now, ready for spring. Right, so what do we do first? I think in this big one, I've got a pretty big bulb in here, and I've got another, that looks like the biggest. I might put 3 of these bulbs, the big ones, in that big tub. I'll put these together because I know what they are. No idea what that is, but it's doing something. Presuming that's a Watsonia. Oh my goodness, which is the root and which is the shoot? Does it go that way? Wow. Interesting. It's like a tusk. All right, so those are my mixed bulbs. I'm going to keep that so I can try and work out which is which when they actually flower, or if they survive. I'm in a bit of pain today actually because of all the work I've been doing. I feel like I've got tennis elbow from all the hammering, and my back's not feeling the best, so apologies if I'm sitting down doing this, but I don't have much choice. For anybody who's in the Castelo Branco area and uses a lot of compost, I have found Max Mat to be the cheapest. It's literally under €5 for a 50-litre bag, where any other places that I've been, it's like €8. So I've got a couple of them in the van. Right, we'll put that central, I think, and these other 2 things. At the front. See what they grow into. And that's all the tropical bulbs in, so hopefully they'll do well. There's already, like I say, a couple of them already coming up out of the bulb. They were desperate to get in some kind of soil, so fingers crossed. And as always, I will keep you updated. Ta-da! Finished. I'm just measuring for the little shelf now. And I can stain it all later. Whoop, whoop. Alright, so the shelf's on this side, so I'm going to give it its first coat of treatment. It should dry pretty quickly and then I can pop everything back in place. I've just got one last little bit of shelving to do over the other side of the room. But yeah, the project is practically done. I'm so chuffed, and yes, I'm very ready, as always, to move on to the next thing. But I think it's completely transformed this room. It's looking much more homely and cosy, and I think Mark's going to really like it. We'll be back over here together in a couple of weeks, so it'll be a nice surprise. Even though he's been watching the videos, he knows what I'm up to. It'll still be a nice surprise to actually see it in person. Definitely feels different in here. I'm just annoyed with myself that I forgot to get a little trim for under there and across the floor, but never mind. That's not a massive job. So it'll do for again. Another day. Maybe I'll let Mark do that. Just like to say hello as well to all our new subscribers that we've had recently. It's great that you've come to join us, and yeah, feel free to go back to the first videos and watch them all. I'm sorry if they're a bit dodgy with the camera work, and to be fair, you know, there's still a lot of improving that I need to do there, but you'll see just how much progress we've made, not only with the farm, but just in general, like with our life here in Portugal, like buying the cottages and getting ourselves kind of all set up ready for our future. So yeah, welcome, it's great to have you. If you are new, drop us a comment, let us know, introduce yourselves. I love it how the wood changes colour just slightly with this mixture of the linseed oil and the turpentine. It doesn't like stain it or varnish it or anything, it just treats it, and it really brings out like all the lovely grain in the wood. Just darkens it a touch so it's not like raw, completely raw pine. Lovely. Give it a second coat later on. And this shelf has had its second coat now. There, how's it looking? Just need to mop the floor and put everything back. Yay, not bad, not bad. So, here we have it, all completed. Looking very much better and more homely. Excuse the kitchen, that's next area of work, plus that little bit of ribocco needs doing there, and yeah, it's all done. Really pleased with the way it's turned out. So yeah, probably next projects in here will be a new window, fix that wall, and yeah, try and make the kitchen look a little bit more like a kitchen. I've just been looking at my wildlife camera, and there was some really cute footage of some birds and our lovely little Betty Robin. So I'll put them on at the end of the video. Hope you enjoy it as much as I did looking at them.